All right, guys, we are mowing today, and you can see it's actually a little bit flurrying right now, which is okay. The ground or nothing isn't frozen, so. But we have a new toy here. We have a brand new Swisher 44-inch pull behind mower, and we're on a new project today. We're going to take this old pasture that hasn't had anything done with it. I mean, in years. The back side of this, what we're going to do is we're going to mow this really low, probably about 3 acres out of it, 2-3 acres. We're going to mow really low, and we're going to come back in and frost seed with clover. And the whole purpose of this is not to necessarily attract deer up to this field, but just to kind of overtake this old pasture, regenerate it back to what it used to be with clovers and different things like that, and just make it more palatable for turkeys, rabbits, birds, and different things. We got a 4-way mix of clovers here that we're going to frost seed later on today. But right now we're going to get set up, start mowing this field, take it through the process, and I'll keep you guys updated throughout the spring and summer on how this all turns out. Catch back up with you guys soon. Guys, we just got done mowing. I would say we probably did about 3 acres. Turned out pretty good. When you're doing this, overseeding an old pasture like this, it's not going to be perfect because you're not going to have 100% soil to seed contact. So the main thing when you're doing something like we're doing here, overseeding all this, is you want to actually overseed. So the main thing with this is you want to actually use more seed than what you think you'll need. So we're actually putting in 20 pounds per acre. Might seem like a lot to some people, but it's not all going to germinate. I don't want a full stand of clover. I want some of these grasses and weeds to come up with it, but I also want enough clover to make it, worth doing. So we mowed this pretty much about 3 inches down to the ground there. We set the mower at about 3 inches. And like I said, this is an old pasture that was, it's nothing been done to it. It's just clumps and globs of grass and old weeds and everything. So I'm going to continue to work this over the next 2 years, 3 years, see what we can get out of it. And all we're doing is mowing, spraying with antler grow, mowing, spraying with antler grow and the NPK, mow and spray, mow, spray. And once this greens up in the spring, we'll just continue to mow, spray, mow, spray, mow, spray. We might do it 3 times per year throughout the spring and summer. And what that's going to do is, with this poor soil, because we're not adding lime, we're not doing fertilizer, this area is going to be 100% foliar fed with fertilizer and micronutrients. So we're bypassing that soil. And as always, we'll keep you guys updated on it, but you can see where we didn't mow and then where we mowed. Huge difference, guys, huge difference. And all that was growing in here before was actually Queen Anne's lace, which deer don't eat, clobs of grass, weeds, and things like that. So like I said, it's not gonna be 100%. I'd be surprised if we actually really do get a good stand of clover. We'll probably get some out of it, but the main thing is whatever is here, the weeds and grasses and the natural clovers that were already in here, we're going to be foliar feeding. So it's going to benefit the birds, the turkeys, the rabbits, the quails, and all that good stuff as well. So let's get the frost seed. All right, we got the shoulder spreader on, And we're using a 4-way mix here. It's got platinum ladino, jumbo ladino, gallant red clover, and ruby red. All frost seed tolerant and perennials, and it'll give us different varieties throughout the plot: short, tall, big leaf, small leaf, and just a mix of beautiful clovers. So we're gonna get to walk in here, and the sun's finally coming out, but it turned into a gorgeous day here. Let's get this done. Here's what we had. Just globs of grass all through, weeds, and and this is what we're left with here, which is much better. There's soil, but you got to make sure you put enough in here, and we're going to get heavy rains over the next couple days, a freeze thaw, and then as you mow, it'll help get it in there. There's a bunch of green grass there, but that's the plan, guys. We got all this whole hillside. We did about a quarter of the way down, all the way to the woods line. So pretty excited. Whew, we just finished seeding. It's pretty, I think it's pretty much 3 acres, but let's see what we got. So you guys can see, I don't know if you can see that, but you got all the seeds down in there. You can see them down. So once we mow again in the spring, and once things start greening up, clover will sprout. You get the manure on top, and the clover coming in, manure on top, clover coming in, spraying with antler grow and all that good stuff. This should eventually build up a stand over the next year or two, and it should be decent for birds and rabbits and turkeys and things like that. And that was my main thing. I'm not technically doing this for deer per se. I'm just doing it for general wildlife: birds, turkeys, rabbits, things of that nature, and just trying to rejuvenate what was here. And literally all you could do, you don't even have to frost seed it. You could just take this old field, mow, spray with antler grow, NPK, mow, spray. Even just mowing rejuvenates that field, and you can get a lot of different things growing, and it just becomes more palatable. So keep you guys updated on this video, or on this series here. Show you the results over the next few months. Stick around, and if you guys have any questions, post them down below. I'll see you guys next time.